This is the golden hour. I'd like to call the meeting of the Rockaway Borough Land Use Board to order. And our first order of business is a pledge of allegiance, so all please rise. Thank you, John.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The reading of the Open Public Meeting Act statement. The Land Use Board of Rockaway Borough, I hereby announce and state that adequate notice of this meeting was provided by the Secretary of the Rockaway Borough Land Use Board by preparing a notice dated January 7, 2025, specifying the time, date, and place of this meeting, posting such notice on the bulletin board of Borough Hall, filing said notice with the clerk of the County of Morris, and publishing the notice in the Daily Record newspaper. I hereby hand a copy of such notice to the Secretary of the Borough of Rockaway Land Use Board for inclusion in the minutes of this meeting, all of the above being in accordance with, all of the above being in accordance with NJSA 10:4-6 et seq. Open Public Meeting Act. I am Ken Blair, the chairperson of the board. I'd like people to note that in the event we have to leave this room in a hurry, in an emergency, there is an exit to my left or your right, or behind you, to my right or your left. And no, the board has decided no new cases will be heard after 9:30 and no testimony after 10 p.m. And may we please have a roll call?
Sure. Mayor Tom Mulligan.
Here.
Ken Vanmore.
Here.
Joyce Furman is sick. Ron Hammond.
Here.
William Hopland.
Here.
Mark Howard.
Here.
Councilman Hurley.
Here.
Robert Koch. Here. Janet Leonard is absent. Bob Schaefer.
Here.
Kim Rose. Here. And Chairman Blair.
Here, so we have a quick
There you
call. Thank you very much. We have been given copies of the minutes of the November 3rd meeting. We need to approve them. Someone make a motion?
I make a motion, we approve them.
I'll second.
A motion and a second is now. Is there any discussion around the minutes? Okay, does anyone oppose to accept the minutes as written?
No, sir.
I'll ask the secretary to cast a unanimous ballot. Thank you very much. And the next order of business is application LUB 113-109 Addison Avenue. I'm assuming you folks are here, that's your house, and you're coming before us. So could you please, one sec, let her get your microphone on. You need to let us know who you are for the record, and then you'll be sworn in, and then we'll ask you to just tell us what it is you want to do.
My name is Ronaldo Santos.
And my name is Michelle Santos.
And you reside at the 109 Addison Avenue.
No, sir, we own that property, and we are asking for a variance for the installation of the deck.
Okay, for your tenants.
For the tenants, yes.
Yes. Now, would you swear them in?
Yes, would you each please stand up and raise your right hand? Whoever's going to testify.
They'll both testify.
Okay. Do each of you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give before this board shall be the whole truth? First you, sir.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
You'll have to, you can sit down. You'll have to, of course, verbalize your testimony because the board can't take down shakes of the head or waving of the hand. So you'll have to speak clearly and slowly and tell us what it is that you want to do. You are tenants in this property?
Yes, sir.
They're the owners.
Or no? Okay, but they, you said they were
Oh,
tenants.
no, they're building a deck for the tenants.
Oh, all right. Now,
They're the owners of the property.
clarifies my
And
inquiry,
they're putting a deck on for the use of their tenants.
but they don't live there.
They do not.
You reside in Lost Plains as that.
Can you just clarify that it's a group home?
Pardon?
It's a group home.
Okay,
Yes, it's a roof.
Okay, interesting. All right.
And then can you just explain the residents, the type of residents that live there?
So, me and my wife, Rachel Santos, are owners of Tender Care. We have several properties in Morris County. This is actually our ninth house. We have a couple of houses in Dover. We have a couple of houses in Dover and 6 in Rosemary, 1 in Florham Park, and 1 here in Rockaway. The clients that we have are beneficiaries of DDD, which means Division of Developmental Disability, which are beneficiaries of the Department of Human Services. These are young adults that are born with disabilities, primarily like autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, anything with developmental disability. We also serve statewide. We have about 160 clientels statewide, from Morris County to Cape May to Atlantic City, Ocean. We are through the statewide provider. We also have a physical therapy, occupational therapy. We have several nurses in our team. We are in fact nurses, we're both RNs. That's why we got into this provisional service. We have our own behavioral therapist. We are actually also putting together a day program for adults in Group 10, Morris Plains. We're in the process of getting certification for that. And we are licensed by the Department of Human Services, Office of Licensing. So our main occupants for these homes are individual young adults that needs to be integrated in the community because they used to live in an institution. And the state of New Jersey recently changed that settings by introducing them back in the community because they don't want them to be warehoused in this institution like Woodbridge Developmental, Vineland Developmental. Those institutions are being phased out. And the state of New Jersey actually also tried to attract the individuals that are outsourced to different states, such as Maryland, Florida, Philadelphia, all those places that acquired New Jersey citizens because they can no longer take care of them because New Jersey are not equipped at one point. And mainly those are the ones that are in the school system. Young adults that were outsourced to different states because the state of New Jersey are not equipped to handle them. So now the state of New Jersey is trying to bring them back. So by bringing them back, we have to be ready with the housing, adult housing. So when they come to us, they will sign a lease. They have a lease agreement to us, and then we are also the one who will provide the care. So we feed them, we do their laundry, we give out their medications, we send them for medical appointments. We are essentially their parents. And the homes are staffed with 24-hour staffing round the clock. They don't live there, they work on a shifting. And we supervise them, we oversee their medical care. Because we're both nurses and we also have about 15 nurses on staff. And about 15 therapists, physical therapists, occupational therapists. We have 3 behavioral analysts and about 50 caregivers, just for the residential. But we have about 200 staff taking care of our state clients.
May I ask you how many tenants or how many people are living in this particular home?
4. So the state of New Jersey will limit the building for 6 maximum. But for this particular home, we only have 4 bedrooms. And the reason being is because the idea of removing them from the institution, if we will have more than 4 or 6, it's just simply duplicating that institutionalized setting. So that's why the state of New Jersey said, no, you can't have more than 6. So we have 2 homes in Roxbury they have 6 bedrooms that we converted into bigger 6-bedroom homes.
Okay, and the reason that you need the deck on the back, that's the reason you're here.
Yes, so the reason is they are requesting the occupants or the tenants, or we call them individuals. Individuals that are residing in that particular address, the landscape of the property, the minute you come up to the property, it's inclined, the driveway. And then it's a two-level home. So they don't have, some of the clients that we have are taking a lot of medications, you know, for their needs, or medical needs, and they have a hard time navigating the stairs. They need assistance to do that. So by having a deck, they could simply just come out of the dining room area and then get some outer space. Because right now, they have to navigate the steps. For them to walk into the ground, and then that ground is very uneven. That area is not safe for them. And we don't wanna, you know, bother that soil. Otherwise, it's gonna be another conversation, you know, to bother the soil. So we decided to ask the town for permission to build a deck.
And the deck needs to be that big because of the number of people that are there, and it needs space to be outdoors.
Yes.
You know, as if you made it smaller, it would not be able to function.
Well, the state of New Jersey encourages us to provide bigger space, extra space, besides the living room, dining room, activity room, and then they have to have an outside area. They encourage those things, and they love it. The individuals that live in our homes, they love having, you know, to be outside. And also, when the Bible members are visiting, they wanted to pick a area where they could spend time with them, because they're not there all the time. Because most of the family members are also older and sick themselves, so they want to be separated, you know, and be given a time when they're visiting.
Okay. Do the professionals have any questions for this?
I do have a couple questions. Sorry, one. Let's try this one. There we go, this one's right. Okay, great. Just a couple questions and additional information. So, when did you personally take ownership of this property? Or, do you know approximately what year?
This year,
This year? Okay, so
sometime in January.
Okay, so you've owned it for almost a year.
Well, we purchased it last year, I think,
Oh, yeah,
and
end of
then
last
we
year.
put it in service
In January.
in January.
Okay, so since the time that you purchased the property around this time last year until now, have you done any other site changes to the property, or is the condition that it exists today, basically how you took ownership?
The whole house?
The whole
inside,
house and
interior?
everything on the
Oh,
exterior,
yeah.
other than like maintenance items, like things like that, like if you, the reason I'm asking this is, you know, for the board, one of the two variances that's being requested tonight is for impervious coverage. In this zone, the R1 residential zone, 25% is allowable. The existing conditions that exist there today are 27.2%. So in its existing conditions, it's already over. So I just want to get testimony on if the applicant purchased the property in this condition already over the impervious coverage, and it sounds like that is the case.
Yes,
So then the ask today is to increase that from the 27.2% existing to 32.9%, so that's, you know, an additional about 5%, and that's all related to this deck. And a little bit more information on the deck. So you're proposing an uncovered deck.
yes,
It's elevated, is that correct?
yes.
It's at the second level?
Level to the second level.
I know it's not shown directly on the plans, but I do see stairs going down, so there is a basement level to this
Yes,
home? And does that have a walkout in the back,
yes.
like a slider? Okay, so this is a full second
It
story
used to
deck.
be the garage. The
Okay.
garage, we enclosed it to become an activity room.
Got it, okay, that makes sense, so on the side there, that's now an enclosed space, okay, great. And again, your testimony was that the backyard is not level, There's not a lot of usable space there, so this deck would provide nice level ample outdoor space, for those purposes. Okay, let me see. I think those are all my questions for right now, and clarifications, thank you.
I guess I'll talk about I'll talk about the other variants. As Sam said, there's two variances here. One, I think maybe would be more in your purview, the impervious coverage. It sounds like there is drainage because it's a deck. But the other one is the rear yard setback, and just so the board knows how that's reviewed and contemplated in zoning, because it's an attached deck, it becomes part of the principal setback. So this is a zone where 50 feet is required, and they comply with 58 feet today, and because of the attached deck, it's going to be reduced down to 39.8 feet. It is a deck, not your typical building massing of a rear addition into that encroachment, but I think there should be some testimony probably on the record what is in the rear yard back there, just because there is this rear yard setback variance, that just to confirm that there's no negative impact with that encroachment into the rear yard setback with this deck. If I could say that more simple, what is the property behind you?
The property behind us is that's also their backyard, but their backyard is very,
Like another residential house's backyard?
yes, but they're not, it's kind of angled in a way where it's almost like a corner of the house.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not their direct backyard like we have.
Okay, and is there a fence back there separating you in this
Yes.
property?
Yes.
So visually, you wouldn't see this deck from that house?
Their houses are like angled this way, this is their back, and we are here. We're right here, something like that.
Okay. I just wanna to have that testimony about visual impacts, so would you say from that property, it's not the same as like an addition of a house that would be encroaching into a rear yard setback, and instead
No.
it's this deck? Okay.
No.
And then, is there any trees being removed to install this deck?
I don't think so, because the only tree that we have there is right at the end of the driveway, and I don't think we need to remove that.
Okay, I have no further questions.
Thank you. Any questions from the board members?
So I know this, oh, sorry.
No, no, no.
So I know notice that this meeting was published, but did the neighbors have to be notified?
Yes, yes, and part of the notice is everyone
Notified
within,
this year.
yes.
The first time, it was, the date was wrong, so he redid it, he did it twice.
So the neighbors are actually noticed twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody
He
within
spent a lot of.
whatever, however many feet of the property received a notice, and we received a list that certifies that all the people were delivered the,
He sent one out on 10/21, and it was wrong, so we had to send it out.
yeah, that's part of the completeness package that goes through.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Do you need to do a lot of soil removal?
No, sir.
No?
It's gonna be basically the footing, which will be put back, and then that's it.
Yeah, there'll be 5 or 6 with whatever pillars to
Yes.
hold up the deck.
The sun tubes, yeah.
It looks like the land slopes upward from west to
It
east.
slopes down,
Down?
yes.
129, 124. I thought it sloped up. Okay. I'm sorry about that.
Ron, you had a question?
Yeah, I was just wondering, the 109 Addison butts up to the house on Mount Pleasant Avenue, and is it the second floor clear view to their house? Is their house lower or higher than that house, second floor? Do you know? So the deck will be looking out over the top of their roof, or will be looking directly into the house on Mount Pleasant?
It's almost like their level.
Below that?
Yeah, their level, yeah.
That's slope up. Yes, ma'am.
The question I have is, are you planning, you're not planning to put any kind of pavement or anything under the deck. What is it now? Is it dirt? You said you're just gonna put the footings in and it's gonna stay. I think that might be something we wanna consider for a condition of approval if we go that way, to make sure that it's only gravel or grass under the deck, that there's no cement or any kind of paved area.
That it doesn't become a patio.
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Correct, and I would think that's a good distinction to make, because we can't count the area twice, right? So it's already being counted against the impervious coverage of the deck, but as you described, it's an elevated deck, whether it's made of wood or Trex, although the ordinance here in Rockaway Borough does consider deck to be impervious, there is some permeability through and off the sides of the deck. But if they were to pave underneath it, that is a different story. So I think that's an excellent suggestion, and if the board looks upon this favorably, that would be a great condition to include within the resolution.
Quick question. Do you intend to place any illumination on the deck? That's a pretty big square footage. You got 900 square feet going in. Are you looking to bring spotlights or flood lamps in there for evening and
No,
Dark.
I think that we have enough already.
you would?
We have enough already, sorry.
Okay.
No, I don't think we need to add any.
I'm just concerned about the spillover from your property into the neighboring property. Should it blast into their homes or their backyards? I would just consider that if you're gonna raise that deck to a second level and you use that at nighttime, just so that it doesn't interfere with any of the neighbors
Yeah,
down there.
I don't think we need to, sorry.
And second issue is, on a deck like this, I would assume that in your lease, you prohibit things like fire pits or
Oh,
open.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah, we're not even allowed to have fireplace inside the house.
okay,
Yeah,
good.
we're not allowed.
Thank
If we ever purchase a house with a fireplace, we close it.
Okay, great, thank you.
I think consideration of the condition about the lighting is that any light that's on the deck is residential in nature, is downward facing, and, is shielded from any properties on the outside. That's, a somewhat standard condition that we ask on residential properties when there's a larger outdoor space. And then, of course, if they were to add any lighting and they needed electric back there, they would have to pull, the proper electrical permits in addition to the building permits that will be required for the deck and the footings and the construction and inspection thereof.
Yeah, that's why I asked the question, because I didn't see anything on the plans that indicated an electrical diagram.
I didn't list it earlier, but how many occupants are there?
4.
Four?
Yes.
Does that 4 include,
Four.
you said a caregiver?
4 individuals, and then we have, during the day, they normally go out.
Okay,
They're all over the place, they're active. They go shopping, they go watch a movie, some of them go to the day program. They do all kinds of activities during the day, Monday to Friday. But come evening time, they settle down, they have their dinner, and then they have 2 staff. Overnight and then evening staff. So altogether 6.
okay. And do the staff sleep in the house also? I mean, are they just,
No, they have to stay.
they're staffed, they have their night shift and the day shift,
Yes.
just like hospital workers?
Yes. We're like a mini nursing home.
Yep.
Almost like that,
Understand.
yeah. Well, we also have homes with nurses, that's like hospitals.
Mhm.
Because we have ventilator cases, we have G-tube cases,
Mhm.
they're being fed by the MHU, oxygen, we have hospital beds, so we have, those type of clients.
Yeah, these are,
But not this one, not this house.
this is a low level of care needed.
Yes, high functioning, all of them, they talk.
Very
They
good.
communicate to each other, because we're also mandated to make sure that the blending of the individuals that are living in the house are compatible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very good, thank you. Any other questions from the board? Seeing none, I'd like to open the meeting from the public. Is there anyone here from the public that would like to ask questions or at this time make a testimony about this case? Thank you, Bonnie. Seeing no one, we close the meeting to the public. Do you have anything final you'd like to tell us about how important this deck is to your tenants?
No, we're here to represent their needs, and I think that will be greatly appreciated, especially during summer.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Does someone on the board care to make a motion?
I'll motion.
And what are your motion?
A motion for approval.
Okay, a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second.
Who's second?
Now, other than just the approval, we want to add any conditions?
Conditions, yes. From what I've heard the discussion here, we want to ensure that the condition for approval is that no patio or paved area is created under the deck, and that currently no lighting changes are planned, but if they are, they need to meet local requirements.
And they're expected to be residential? type
Residential in nature.
Yep.
Okay. That's it.
Residential type lighting.
Yes.
That's fine with the maker of the motion?
Yes. Yes.
Is there any discussion around the? Seeing none, will we have a roll call vote, please?
Mayor Tom Mulligan,
Abstain.
Ken Vanborg,
Yes.
Ron Hammond,
Yes.
William Hoffner,
Yes.
Mark Howard,
Yes.
Jim Hurley,
Yes.
Barbara Koch,
Yes.
Bob Schaefer,
Yes.
Kim Rose, Chairman Blair.
Yes. So we have approved your application. At the next meeting, hopefully the next meeting, which will be the beginning of January, we will have a resolution to memorialize, to make it official. After that time, you'll be able to go see the building department and get your building permits and all that you need to go forward.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming, and good luck with your group home.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, changing the order of business a little bit, I'd like to open the meeting to the public. Is there anybody here from the public that would like to do anything, discuss anything to the board? Seeing none, I will again close the meeting to the public. We're now going into the closed session, which we are allowed to do under the statutes as the planning board. We have some issues we have to discuss, so we're gonna have to ask all the public to vacate the room.
Will you be opening up again after your meeting, or
Yes,
this is
the
it?
duration will be about 10 minutes and formal action is anticipated.
Should we have a formal action, then we reopen to the public, we'll explain what we were discussing, and a vote one way or another on a certain issue.
Can you call me if I'll wait out front, and you can let me know when the
Yes,
We
closed
can
session
certainly
is?
do that.
Okay, thank you very much.
We have a motion to go into open session as it's seconded, and does anybody vote no? Seeing no one, the motion is another unanimous vote.
And I'll just set the scene, Mr. Chairman. I had reviewed with the board the proposed terms of the stipulation of settlement on the litigation. Excuse me, Fitness Factory Rockaway LLC versus Land Use Board of the Borough of Rockaway, docket number MRSL 2049-25. That stipulation of settlement essentially involves the plaintiff dismissing its litigation without fees or costs. Every party releases the other, and I've recommended to the board that they favorably consider that resolution.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to accept this agreement, is there a second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion? We need a roll call vote, please.
All right, Ken Vanborg,
Yes.
Ron Hammond,
Abstain.
I'm sorry. William Hoffler,
Abstain.
and Mark Howard,
Yes.
Barbara Koch,
Yes.
Bob Schaefer,
Yes.
Kim Rose.
Yes.
Chairman Blair.
Yes. So we have agreed to accept the,
Yes. And I'll ask you to sign the stipulations, and then I'll circulate them tomorrow.
okay. Is there any other business that needs to come before the board? Seeing none, we will adjourn, and thank you all for coming.